that's an interesting theory. Brian Claypool, criminal defense attorney, there are striking parallels. A family of 4, each have 2 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. They both vanish, leaving their house as if they were going out to get the mail and come right back. Is it possible, even though they're in 2 totally different states, that there could be a connection?
Jane, I don't really think there is a connection between the 2. I think it's really, really impossible for these 2 cases to be related. Here's what we need to do is we have a lot of information we have to gather with Rebecca and Brandon. For example, did either of them work? If they worked, did they ask for time off from work? If they did ask for time off from work, then I don't think this is an abduction. Another thing we got to be looking at, Jane, is was there any issue with CPS? Any issues with the children? Were these 2 trying to get away from something? For example, that they had maybe abused the kids, maybe somebody had threatened to take the kids. Also, is there any dispute going on between the 2 of them? Is there any dispute going on with a 3rd person?
Let me go back to Laurel Andrews, a reporter with the Alaska Dispatch.
And they're just trying to be untraceable. They're trying to disappear, you know,
Brian
be on the
Claypool.
DL.
Yeah. Hey, Jane, I agree. It's clear to me that this family is running from something. Rebecca's comments in that last phone call appear to me to be that she's voluntarily leaving the home and going somewhere. She didn't sound like she was in distress. Another thing, too, is was there forced entry into the home?
Yes, she did.
She said, I love you.
The back door was open. No, the sister said that she sounded distressed. And here, I'll read it exactly. She sounded very distressed. She told me, know that I love you. And she said she had to get off the phone quickly. I asked her, thou shalt not lie, Becca, are you okay? She said, don't ask me that right now. Just know that I love you. Come on.
Don't ask me that.
That's a call for help,
Jane,
and that's a call for distress.
Well, but that's not a situation where she is in grave danger of being killed. That's a situation where he has decided,
How do you know?
I'm taking you and the kids somewhere. And here's another thing, Jane.
In that case, also, how can somebody just die of a head trauma if they just fall on the ground without being hit very hard in the face?
Brian Claypool.
Hey, Jane.
Of course,
Jane, he can assert, this pastor can assert self-defense if he was in reasonable fear that the other kids that were with him were going to be attacked. And I got to tell you something. About a week ago,
because they're under his protective
there's
care.
a specific statute in Nevada.
One at a time. One at a time.
No duty to retreat. In Nevada, there is no duty to retreat. Under these circumstances, his attorney is going to have to successfully prove that this was a justifiable and excusable homicide. And many times, the prosecutor, if they have enough evidence, they'll drop the charges.
Okay,
you don't wait until somebody punches you in the face before you protect yourself.
But hold on a second.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
He himself was not punched in the face. So if I'm with a bunch of people, let's say I have interns, and I go outside in the street. Let me just ask you, and let's say I'm in Nevada with my interns, and these are younger kids that I feel protective of, and some drunk person comes up and starts, boom, I have the right to intervene and knock that person to the ground and then say self-defense on my part, even though he didn't attack me?
Absolutely. If he's in reasonable fear that he's going to be harmed or they're going to be harmed. And
all right, Dr. Gabe.
This guy fell a trip because he was drunk.
Dr. Gabe.
Hold on,
let Dr. Gabe speak.
Do we know that he was drunk to begin with?
No,
we don't know that he was drunk to begin with.